Happy Monday. Okay, who is ready for some joy? We all could use some joy in our life. I'm not talking about I'm so happy and how I do my little happy clap, and Tim laughs at me all the time about that. But I'm just talking about true, pure joy. And it doesn't come from just having a good life, or things are going well right now, or I love this food, or anything like that. I am talking about pure joy that comes from within. And it only comes from within from one source, and that's from Jesus. So let me tell y'all about this real quick. This is a verse that I have used for many, many years, and I need to use it daily. I need to wake up and remind myself daily of this, so I want to challenge you to do the same thing. But last week, or whatever, week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, the day after I went to the urgent care and with my laryngitis and sinus infection, so I wasn't up to par yet, but I was feeling much better. I ran into a friend of mine and in the parking lot at Publix, and she was telling me, and we were just talking about situations and struggles in our life and all, and she had found pure joy, and she was just so excited, and she was jumping up and down, and I wanted to jump right along with her, but my voice wasn't letting me do that at the time. So but the verse that she used for me is the verse I'm going to share with you, plus a few others, and encourage you today. So whenever she said that, Colossians 3:23 is where it comes from. Let me read it to you. It says, whatever you do, do your work heartily, as for the Lord rather from men. And that is something that I had to settle down in my soul a while back, whether I was working, or whether you need to do it with a coworker, whether you need to do it with a child of your own, or a spouse, or yourself. Because whenever we start doing things for others, which is not a bad thing, or when you start doing things for yourself, not a bad thing, sometimes we can get maybe a little bitter or grouchy, or, sometimes happy for a moment, but it doesn't solve pure joy. Sometimes we get a little jealous because we're doing things for somebody else when we're thinking maybe they could be doing it themselves. Well, my friend, whenever we have a perspective change, when we change the mindset and stop doing things for others, stop doing things for ourselves, let me tell you, joy comes in the morning whenever we do this for Jesus. Anything you do, anything. You might not be happy with somebody at that moment. You love them, but you might not like them at that moment, and they ask you to do something. Well, you know what? If you ain't got anything going on, you can do that as if you're doing it for the Lord and not for them. And what's going to happen, like my friend and I were talking about in the parking lot, and she's jumping up and down, and in my heart, I'm jumping up and down, but my mind says, Stephanie, get still and be well. When she changed her mindset as well and said, you know what, I'm just going to do this for the Lord, people started noticing change in her because they noticed that she was doing it with a happy heart. And so the other verse that I just quickly mentioned in that came from Psalms 35. And this is when David, he had gotten pulled out of a pit, and he's thanking God, and he's saying God can be angry with us for a little bit. Doesn't stay very long. And he says, for his anger lasts for a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may last through the night, but joy comes with the morning. Psalms 35. So that's why I'm out here this morning before the sun is even completely up, reminding you that joy does come in the morning. So as you start your week, or you start your day, start with a Bible verse, and start with that verse maybe from Colossians 3:23, reminding you that you need to do everything for God and not for man. Because when you do, you're going to find joy that comes from within. You're going to have a great perspective, and it's going to take notice. People are going to take notice because of your joy. Let me read some other Bible verses about joy, just a couple of more, and then the rest of them I'll put on the written portion of soakingupthesun.com, and I thank you for visiting. It says that even though I have troubles and hard times, we do. God said we're going to do it. The verse I'm going to read is coming from Psalms, but God tells us, y'all, in the New Testament, when you have troubles, we're going to have them. Sometimes we're going to feel like we're down in that pit, like David was. But my friend, cry out to Jesus, look up to Jesus, because joy comes in the morning. So continuing on with Psalms 119, 143. It says, even though I have troubles and hard times, your commands give me joy. So it's not my commands, it's not somebody else's commands, it's God's commands. And we remember, you live for Him. You do for Him instead of for your others and for yourself. Joy does come in the morning. So I hope y'all have a fabulous week. Let me know how you brought joy to someone's life this week. I would love to hear that, because you know what? When you share Jesus, when you share joy, when you share just doing because God wants you to do with others, it's going to bring joy to our lives too and motivate us as well. I'd love to hear about it. Y'all have a great day. Take care and have joy, 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 joy down in your heart. I'm not going to sing because my voice is still gross.